Alright, this is the volume video. Volume of a prism, and this is a prism down here. It looks like a box, okay? And they can be a square box, like a cube, or a rectangular box, like this. Those are both called prisms, okay? So in order to find the volume of a prism, you use base times height. And with the base, you actually have to find the area of the base first. So you're really doing two formulas in one. Okay, so you're going to find the area of the base and then multiply that by the height. So sometimes you'll see the volume formula for prisms as length times width times height. That length times width comes from the area of the base. So you can see the formula either way, it just depends. On the SAT, they give you this length times width times height formula, okay? And that's really finding the area of the bottom and then multiplying it by how tall the box is. Okay, so length times width times height. The length, okay, of this prism would be 5. This would be the length right here. The width would also be 5. And then the height is how tall the box is. That would be 10. If you multiply these together, length times width times height, you would get 250, and that would be centimeters cubed. When you're doing perimeter, it would just be centimeters. When you're doing area, that's centimeters squared. And when you're doing volume, since it's a three-dimensional figure, you do centimeters cubed. Okay? Alright. This is another prism. Again, this one is like a cube or made up of squares. Okay, so all the sides are the same. And again, the volume is base times height, and you will also see that as length times width times height, and that's the way the SAT gives it to you, length times width times height. And quite frankly, to me, that's a little bit of an easier formula to use. Okay, so in this, the length is 8, the width is 8, and the height is 8. They're all 8, and that's what makes this a cube, okay, instead of just a regular normal prism. It's a square box instead of a rectangular box. Okay, but it's the same formula. So length is 8, width is 8, height is 8. If I multiply all that together, I get 512 meters cubed. Again, area is meters squared, perimeter is meters, but volume is meters cubed. Alright, volume of a cylinder. A cylinder is this picture below. A cylinder looks kind of like a cup. Okay, it's got a circle bottom and a circle top, so the base is a circle, and then again, they're trying to use the same formula here, base times height, and the base is pi r squared. On the SAT, they're going to give you the formula pi r squared height. Again, to me, that's an easier formula to use instead of base times height. It tells you exactly in the SAT formula, it tells you exactly how to find the base and then multiply it by the height. So there's really no confusion there. So I would use this formula here in red. To me, that makes the most sense. It's the most, gives the most explanation of what's going on. Okay, so pi, we've already used, is 3.14. We're going to use that again. R, we talked about with circles, the area of circles. R is the radius. That's from the center of the circle to the edge. Okay, so in this case, that would be 4 squared times the height. And the height is going to be how tall this can or jar or glass is. So in this case, that would be 12. Okay, so again, just like with area, if you just type all this in, like, you're done. Okay, so all you have to do is find your formula, pick which shape you have, go to your formula sheet, find your formula, and then plug the numbers in. So 3.14 in your calculator times 4 squared times 12 equals would be 602.88, and then just round to whatever they're telling you to round to. In this case it says the whole number, so that would be 603 feet cubed. Okay, to round, we're rounding the 2 for the whole number, and we're using the 8. The 8 would round it up to 603. Alright, again, another cylinder. The volume formula for cylinder is pi r squared h. Again, that's the one the SAT gives you, and I think that's easier than just base times height, because it tells you in the formula that the base is pi r squared. Okay, so pi is 3.14 times radius. In this picture they're giving you the diameter. The diameter is 6 and we want the radius. We want from the center to the edge. So if the diameter is 6, the radius would be 3 squared times the height, and the height in this picture is 9. So this can is on its side, so the height does not always have to go up and down. In this case, the can fell over, so the height is across the bottom, and that's fine. Put all this in your calculator. 3.14 times 3 squared times 9 is 254.34 meters cubed. It says to round to the whole number, so I'm going to round the 4 using the 3. So that will round to 254 meters cubed. Alright, volume of a cone. A cone looks like a cone. Okay, again, volume equals 1/3 base times height, but the SAT gives you the formula 1/3 pi r squared height. I would use that even though the formula looks worse. They tell you exactly what the base is in the formula, as opposed to having to find the base and then plugging it into the formula. I would go ahead and use this formula because this formula has the base included in the formula. So it's easier to use. It looks like a scarier formula, but it's easier to use. Alright, so 1/3 is 1/3. Okay. You can also, when you're done, you can just divide by 3. Do 1 times pi times r squared times h, divide by 3. You can do that as well, or you can do 1/3 at the beginning. It doesn't matter. Pi is 3.14. R is the radius. So in this picture, the circle here at the top of the cone, the radius would be part of this right triangle here. Okay, that would be 5 r squared, or 5 squared. And then the height is right here, okay, which is 9. Sometimes the height can be drawn outside, which we saw this with triangles. Sometimes they'll draw the height out here using dashed lines, and they'll put a box there. So sometimes they might put the height like this on the outside of the cone, or it could be drawn on the inside of the cone. Put all this in the calculator. So you can do 1 divided by 3 for 1/3 times 3.14 times 5 squared times 9. If you put all that in the calculator, you get 235.49995. Okay, they're telling us to round to the whole number, so I'm going to round the 5 using the 4. So that would be 235 centimeters cubed. Alright, again, I would use the 1/3 pi r squared h formula, which is the same thing that they're doing. They just want you to do it in 2 different steps. Okay, I would use the 1/3 pi r squared h, which is the formula that the SAT gives you. Okay, so 1/3 pi, which is 3.14, times r. which in this case they gave us the diameter. This whole thing is the diameter, and I want just the radius. So the diameter is 4, the radius must be 2. Squared times h, which is 8. Okay, put all that in the calculator. 1 divided by 3 times 3.14 times 2 squared times 8 equals 33.49 blah 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 blah. It says to round to the whole number, so I'm going to round the 3 using the 4. So this would be 33 yards cubed. So I can do it that way, or I can do 3.14 times r squared times 8 all divide by 3. So I can put in the 1 divide by 3 at the beginning, or I can multiply it all and then divide by 3 at the end, whichever one you think is easier. So 3.14 times 2 squared times 8 equals, divide by 3, and I still get 33.49. So it's up to you which way you want to do it. At the beginning, you can put this in as straight 1 divided by 3 times 3.14. So even though it's a fraction, it's easy to type in the calculator. Alright, and now a sphere. A sphere is a ball. Okay. The volume of this is 4/3 pi r cubed. Okay, so again, there's fractions in it, there's exponents in it, but you're just going to plug the numbers in and then type it in the calculator. Okay, so they're giving us the diameter here. 24 is the diameter, which means that the radius would be from the center to the edge would be 12. Okay, so the volume equals 4/3. So you can type that in your calculator. 4 divided by 3 times pi, 3.14, times the radius, which is 12, cubed. So 4 divided by 3 in the calculator times 3.14 times 12 cubed would be 7,234, that's a 2, sorry, 0.5596. Again, they're saying whole number here, so I'm going to round the 4 using the 5. So that would be 7,235 inches cubed is how big this ball is. Alright, in this case they gave us the radius, so we can go straight into plugging in the formula. 4/3 times pi, which is 3.14, times the radius, which is 10, cubed. So in your calculator, 4 divided by 3 times 3.14 times 10 cubed would be 4,186.6665. They're saying round to the whole number, so I'm going to round the 6 using the 6. So that would be 4,187 centimeters cubed. Okay, so this is really similar to area. You are finding your shape on the formula sheet and then plugging in the correct numbers, okay, and then using your calculator.